Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today it's going to be a match between IdrA and tbvjtmxk here on Glaive. The left side of the map, it is the brown Zerg player. We're going to call him TB. And at the bottom right, it is the yellow Terran player, IdrA. This is from 2009 or so. Got this replay off of Team Liquid from a big IdrA replay pack. And if you're here for Rage, I don't know if there is Rage because I haven't watched it. Let's go ahead and find out together. Overlord scouting in the wrong direction. This is a 3-player map. There's a spawning location up here. And yeah, so IdrA has the choice, right? You can go straight mech, you can go bio into mech, you can go straight bio. All of those are viable options against the Zerg if you're a Terran player. If you're a Protoss player, mech is not viable because how many Protoss units are mechanical? Observer, Reaver. Is that literally it? Are the Observer and Reaver the only ones that are mechanical units? I think that's it. Okay, so that wouldn't go well. Like Observer, Reaver. I mean, maybe if your opponent was just literally going like Hydra Lurker, Observer, Reaver would be kind of amazing. And there was no chance they would tech switch into Mutas or something. Anyway. Yar matey. So SCV going out for the Scout. Throwing up a barracks at home. No proxies to start with today. Looks like TBT is likely going for a hatch firster. No, he is. Okay, yeah. Yeah, this drone down here. This drone was moving out for something. I don't know what its plan was. But hatch firsting at about 12 supply. Nothing too crazy there at all. Alright, so drone coming over to scout it out. Nothing nuts here whatsoever. Not walling off the top, which I mean, if you need to, if it is emergency, you can lift off this barracks and toss it down there and you'll have a good time. But at this point, since the pool is not anywhere near complete yet, this is not an early Ling rush out of TB in the least. I keep wanting to call him TBT. And I don't know why. Like a Throwback Thursday thing? Maybe that's what my brain is seeing for the acronym. Those 3 letters in order are Throwback Thursday. Anywho's. ZVT here for your Tuesday. Hope you're enjoying it, because it's a good time. Casting this on Halloween. Not doing trick-or-treating this year, just because, you know, the COVID. Just doesn't seem like a super smart idea. Anyway, so we're just going to go over to my parents a little bit later, who have been also socially distancing. We've been hanging out with them and going to watch a scary movie for the kids. I don't know what we're going to do. Like, here's the thing. There are a lot of movies that are scary that are kind of for kids that are just too scary for kids. Like Coraline. You ever watched Coraline? I like that movie a lot. But by golly, it is terrifying. That is not intended for children at all. But I'm sure some parents are like, this is for kids because it's claymation. It's stop motion, right? Anything stop motion is for children. No, Coraline's scary, man. So we're not going to do that. I don't know. And then we'll do like some flashlight, Easter egg hunt, Halloween candy thing, probably inside the house. Maybe in the backyard, depending how cold it is out there. Should be fine. Like, the kids are getting boatloads of candy, so I'm sure that is pretty much all they really care about anyway. That's all I cared about, to be honest. Like, the costumes were never much of an interest to me. The act of trick-or-treating was never, like, super-duper fun. It was just you ended up with a giant sack of candy at the end of your night, and that lasted you until Christmas, basically. Depending on how you were with it. Like, some kids I know blew through that thing in, like, 2 days, which... it's a lot. That was actually my dad's preference. As Alaire's coming up here, it's just Mutalisk timing. Nothing crazy here from TB. My dad's preference was just that we eat it all fast. It's like, because that way it's... if you're eating it all fast and brushing your teeth twice a day like you're supposed to, that is less damage to your teeth than spreading it out and eating a bunch of candy every day for like a month. Which, I got it. It made sense to me. I was spacing it out anyway, though, just because I liked having a random Snickers bar available to me the, 3rd week of November that I normally wouldn't get. The other thing is, my parents never bought us candy. Like, they weren't crazy health nuts, but they definitely wanted to feed us healthily. So the only time we ever got sugar cereals was on our birthdays. In fairness, there were a lot of us. I'm the oldest of 9 kids. So, like, we got a birthday 9 times a year, which is great. Actually, I'd moved out by the time the youngest one was born. So, 8 times a year for a little bit there, we got sugar cereal, which was incredible. and they would literally never buy us candy. Like, grocery shopping, come home, no candy at all. Healthy things for the most part. Anyway, I am on all sorts of crazy tangents today. IdrA, moving out. Got his Marines. Got his medics. Trying to get in here and get some damage done before the mutas pop. Because that Spire is just now starting. It's just going to be Lings for the time being. That's why you need some Sunkens to help your defense. Engineering bay timing here is good, if it's a little bit early. Like, you really don't even need to start making the turrets until the mutas are in production. But if you want to go for upgrades faster, that's fine too. So he does go for the +1 attack here for his Marines. Alright, ow, ow, ow. Okay, a little bit careless on the opening there from IdrA, but that's okay. I think he'll be fine. Does he want to go in there? I mean, at the very least, he forced out these Sunkens, which is 2 drones dying and not being part of the economy anymore for TB. Actually, somebody took me to task on that the other day. Like, they don't die, they turn into the buildings. It's like, well, yes. But I don't know. Like, is radical transformation any different from death? Like, if you were transformed into a mop, would you consider yourself you anymore, or would you have died? These questions, metaphysical questions, man. I don't have answers. Okay, free SCV, interestingly enough. I don't know. Was that SCV trying to go for a third? Either way, good awareness here from TB. His APM is 350. So this is from the Team Liquid Star League ladder stuff from like 09, 08. So this player is part of that Team Liquid setup. He's probably a foreigner. I don't imagine he's a Korean. I haven't seen any Koreans participating in this, and I'm not sure if that was a requirement or not. Anywho. Got ourselves a whole bunch of mutas. That is a larger number than 6, that's for sure. So we're getting 9. And yeah, this is a lot of mutas. Like, the missile turrets are not having a good time here at all. The good repair, though, does get sniped, but bot time for the Marines to come in and save the day. So yeah, TB going for a bunch of Mutalisks. Also, Lurker aspect coming in. Understanding the importance of Lurkers in this matchup if your opponent is being the biological Terran. I don't know about engaging with all of these Marines. They are pretty scary. So back up to 10 Mutalisks. I don't imagine many of them have any kills at all, because that's not really... It's not really what they do unless they're allowed to go to town on a lot of things for a long time. Third base timing, okay, from TB. He did go for a lot of... Oh, ow, ow, ow. Okay, all right. Ow. Jeez. All right, maybe don't go in there. Maybe stop going in there, TB. Like, let's be friends, huh? Let's not kill your Mutalisks. My recent kick here has been keeping Mutalisks alive. There are a bunch of Zerg players. Like, that's the thing. Mutas are the meta in both Brood War and StarCraft 2 right now, which is a little bit crazy because the Mutalisk has not received a balance update in Brood War for 20 years, and the Mutalisk has not received a balance update in StarCraft 2 since 2015, in 5 years. So the fact that they're suddenly becoming the meta, like as in you make Mutalisks every time against Terran and against Protoss, is nuts to me. Man, this Mutaflock used to be 10. It's only 6 now. It's getting whittled down, man. They're trying to buy time, I'm assuming, for these Lurkers to finish, and they successfully have. So, I mean, you had to sack some there. I get it. It wasn't carelessness, necessarily. Alright, so Lurkers burrow in, and this bio is not getting up this ramp. It's not happening. They recognize that. They're going home. The Mutas... almost getting stabbed in the face there again, and everything is working out pretty darn well for TB. Like, IdrA really hasn't been able to do too much damage. He's killed a bunch of mutas, but the mutas they're not really part of the long-term plans here for TB anyway. It's going to be Lurkers, and it's going to be Lings, and probably Ultras against this, as it does look like IdrA's going for that bio play against Zerg late game, which is doable. We've had arguments. We've had arguments in the comments about this, y'all. And I'm just telling you, just because the Terran did not transition into mech in the late game against Ultras does not mean they are bad. It totally works. I just cast a game where a Terran player did that against Ultras, against an elite Zerg player, and won with Marines, Firebats, Medics, and Science Vessels. And that was it, man. Maybe a couple tanks, but it was by no means a mech setup. Dude, this lurker pick off here, IdrA's playing well. Like, that's the thing. You do have to separate out the Koreans from the foreigners in Brood War. That line is getting blurred a little bit in StarCraft 2, but in Brood War, definitely. Like, the best foreigner players are not the best Korean players, not on the same level at all. But IdrA is good at this game. Like, I'm not going to tell you he's up there with the elite Koreans, but still, this attack is pretty scary. Lurker's burrowing in. Jumping on that tank would be awesome, and he successfully does. Oh, man. Missile turrets getting sniped here. These SCVs are all dead. IdrA coming all the way home. Dude, burrowing these lurkers would be ridiculous. You know, you're getting irradiated anyway, but still, wow. So IdrA was at a big SCV lead. He's down to 26 after that 9-kill lurker stabbed a ton of SCVs right in the face. That was a brutal, brutal attack from TB. I like it a lot. Ling Mula lurker jumping on that, reducing IdrA's economy to shambles in one fell swoop there. Siege tanks are coming out. See, the siege tanks are helping. This is actually... Keep an eye on this. This may be trending into 1,000,000 siege tanks, but he's only making one at a time because he only has one factory, and it's hard to go full mech with one fac. Also, a dropship is moving out, which the lurker scouted if TB was watching that section of the map, which maybe he was. Maybe he wasn't, but he's at 37 workers. He's going Ling Lurker. Oh, he's got the Defiler mound. He's got Defilers. He's working on that Consume. This drop, not quite sure where it wants to go, but is getting tracked quite ably by TB here. And there are some Lings in the neighborhood. Yes, IdrA decides not to drop. But he needs to push. He's like, I need to get some damage done somewhere. Do we go to the third base? Do we go to the natural base? The natural base, I feel like, might be the best option. Oh, that Defiler got irradiated and killed before it accomplished anything at all. I see you. Oh. Scourge, though. Yeah, man, this TB player is pretty good. I'm going to figure out who this is. Oh, Science Vessel down. IdrA a little bit careless with the Science Vessel, considering what just happened to his dropship, man. You'd think he'd be a little bit more aware here. But Dark Swarm time, Consume, and Dark Swarm. Oh, the Defiler got killed before it could Dark Swarm. Oh, no. TB suddenly in a bad way. That one Dark Swarm was the difference between lose. Okay. Where's that Defiler? Oh, he's here. He came through the Nidus Canal. Smart. All right, so the hatch dies because it's not protected by Dark Swarm at all, but the Lings are super protected by Dark Swarm. Which is why IdrA getting out of that. Lings do jump on the tanks. Friendly Fire Splash is a leading cause of tank death. Yeah, so the tanks are all dead. This group of bio is just immortal, though. 5 kills on that Marines. Taking down the Nidus Canal. Beautifully done. Target fired by IdrA. Lurker up. These guys, I mean, they have an escape path. They can just go through this way and go home. Or they can take the wrong way where there's lurkers and all die. Okay, so base sniped in exchange for losing a ton of his SCVs. Cancelled and replanted. Oh, he put it in the wrong place. He had to replant the hatch. That sucks. Okay, so IdrA. Lots of barracks, man. We are going 6 barracks. Starport, factory. We are at 1-1 upgrades. We are working on +2 attack on the upgrades. TP has been slowed down immensely here. The irradiates are consistently good. And yeah, that is the key here. If you don't have these science vessels and you're not irradiating big ticket things like lurkers, like defilers, like ultras, yes, you're going to lose to Zerg. If you're just Marines and medics and firebats. But that's the trick. The science vessels make it happen. They are the tech structures. And once again, he's just got a giant army he's threatening with. TB has something. It's not ginormous. Climax comes in, focuses down the Lurker. There's only Lings and Hydras here. That Lurker, oh, the Dark Swarm comes up just in time. Yeah, without Dark Swarm, that attack probably crushes through there, but great defense. Defiler is harming drones while he's irradiated. He should have burrowed instantly there. But a fourth base is up for TB, and he did hang on to this base. And he is at 37 drones again. So, this is a good game. This is really tight at the moment. Free Zerglings getting donated to the Terran cause. Now, the problem here for IdrA is he's still not on 3 bases, I'm realizing. So there's your third base under construction, but like, I guess here, which is why there are overlords watching it intensely. Plague in production, that's in that production tab. Science Vessel irradiates a Lurker. Maybe the Defiler, there's a couple up here you could have gotten. And there's your Ultralisk Cavern. Okay, so we've seen this show. Either player can win this thing for sure. IdrA being up 123 to 88 supply is massively good for him. Like, holy crap, he's winning this game so handily. But one good Plague and Ultralisk Stomp could really be problematic for IdrA. Also, if he never gets a third base, that could have giant negative ramifications. Science Vessel down. Defiler irradiated. Zerglings outside this. Get back in the swarm. A better Zerg player will pull back into the swarm there. 129 to 76 supply. Okay, another Science Vessel down. Cool. Ling's having a heyday in there. Another irradiated Defiler. Like, he's consuming drones to cast another Dark Swarm before he dies. Desperate times, man. Desperate times call for desperate measures. He's getting Chitinous Plating, but he has no gas for Ultras at all. He's got 200 total gas right now. That's not going to do it. I like this little setup, making sure a fifth base doesn't easily happen. But where on... Is he just... I mean, okay, third base up here. Minerals only, because he is going largely marine. He doesn't need a ton of gas income. If he was meching, he'd probably take this base instead, because it has a third geyser. Okay, free Science Vessels, though. He's been... Boy, IdrA. Not top tier with his Science Vessel control. I'm going to say, alright, so that Defiler's down. Desperately consuming. Plague. Ah, Plague. Ooh! Catches most of the Science Vessels. One is left behind. And that, I mean, left behind in the sense that it's not Plague. Dude, get this one. Okay, Science Vessel down with the single Scourge because it's been plagued. Where's the there's the single Mutalisk in production, a single Ultra in production here too. And TB just holding, man. Like, IdrA's been going for the killing blow 3 or 4 times here. Oh man, a Plague on these Marines would have been incredible, but a Plague on the Science Vessels is fine. Get this one. There you go. Man, that one got an irradiate off just before it died. Just right before. And the single Mutalisk gets irradiated by the healthy... Is he repairing these? He's not repairing these. Is he? Is there a Science Vessel or an SCV under here? No, he's just been bringing healthy Science Vessels to the front. Okay. So third base, happily running. TB has been on the back foot for some time. He's down 132 to 97 supply. Seriously, like, Ultra gets irradiated. This is a well-matched game, is what it is. Like, both players are good. Both players are, you know, pretty good at what they do here. A Plague on these units before the Ultras come in would have been incredible. The Fire Bat eventually helping take that sucker down. But this is not boding well at all. Dude, the target firing. Okay, Dark Swarm up. Science Vessel down. Overlord dies. The Ultras coming in with their 5 armor. They are hard to kill. But Plagues would be ginormous here. Oh, look who expanded here. TB, you madman. What is this? So he takes his 5th base, and he's expanding to a 6th top right. So even though IdrA is up and he has a giant scary army, like TB's barely able to hold on, just barely here. And I don't know. I really don't know if there's a path. The only path to victory I see from TB is like a plague. And then Ultras just crush everything, and then the Science Vessels are distracted and die a million times. But every Ultra that comes out of here is getting irradiated. Which, I mean, in fairness, makes them hurt the Marines more. But also takes a lot of their health away. It's like giving them stim. It increases their damage, but also takes HP. Alright, so TB's looking real bad. Like, real bad. The Defiler average lifespan today has been about a minute and a half, I want to say. Plague? This has got to be a plague, doesn't it? Okay, nice plague. Ooh! And then a Dark Swarm? Come on, come on. Before you die. No, couldn't get it off. So everyone's plagued, but the natural hatch is dead. Also, this is happening. IdrA's third base is in a lot of trouble all of a sudden. Like, an immense amount of trouble all of a sudden. He needs that for income. He's mining out of his bases. Okay, so reinforcing 3-2 Marines show up and do clean it up. Okay, that was humongous. Also, I don't know, IdrA coming up this ramp might have just been enough to destroy everything, but also discovering this base exists to the south for TB and wiping it out is a decent way to go here too. So that's gone. But look at this. 1, 2, 3 active mining bases here for TB. He's still got resources at his main base and his natural somehow. I mean, he's been under attack for a long time. Does he not have adrenal glands? He doesn't have adrenal. TB! Don't forget adrenal glands. And dude, this strategy is really contingent on your Zerglings being just DPS machines, man. Another Plague happens up here. Does your Defiler die? I'm going to assume it did. Look at these just tearing through the Plague stuff. Of course, these guys aren't plagued, and as such, better at this than their friends were who had 1 HP apiece. This is a fun game. I like it. And I know I usually say that, but there have been games that I have not been as entertained by. Still, okay, being able to shut this base down for TB would be game-winning-ish. I mean, it's 142. 145 to 92 supply. This is horrendous. Scourge catch a science vessel, but we have so many. There are so many of these. Dude, how many Ultras have died today? It's a lot of Ultras. It's a lot of Marines, too. Alright, well, you're just going to run off to die, buddy. Like, nobody's curing you. Oh, you know what? Never mind. You're alive. Getting healed is an impossibility, though. So, slow regeneration of health is what it is. It's 45 workers for TB. He's got a really good income. He's replaced his natural because IdrA's been elsewhere for the last little while. Nice Plague all over these dudes. I like it. It drains the energy off the medics as they'll fruitlessly try to heal through the Plague, which can kill faster than it can heal, and accidentally found this base. Dude, TB's gotten away with some sneaky bases today. Not forever, obviously, but for some time, yes. So down to 38 drones after that drone massacre. IdrA is, I think, doing all right. Look at this. Arita's boxer maneuvering. Certainly are. Dude, is there a Nidus you can run into or something? Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, they all stack up on those minerals to die as well. Ah, it's brutal. But you're exposed. Wow. Use the irradiation on the science vessel to kill those Scourge. One of the science vessels went down, but that could have been so much worse. Oh, irradiate there too. Okay, it's good Scourge control from TB. Like, some players will just kind of A-move the Scourge into here, and then it's like 6 Scourge explode on a single Science Vessel, but he's bringing them in close and then manually targeting them on the Science Vessels that he wants to die. That's hot. That is some good stuff from TB. TB is a good player. I gotta say, his APM has fallen off a little bit here. He's at 230 instead of 300. IdrA's has gone up as the game has gone on. Little Dark Swarm Ultra action here again at the one remaining source of income for IdrA. So any threats to this location, IdrA needs to respond to with all due haste, and he is. Dude, Adrenal Glands would be so good. This is crazy. I just cast a super high level TVZ where the Zerg player didn't go for Adrenal Glands, and it bothered me the whole time, and this is bothering me the whole time. 96 to 78 supply. TB has closed the gap a little bit here. It's 34 SCVs for IdrA, 29 drones for TB. Scourge in production all the time. I love the scouting science vessel. Seeing what's up. Boxer maneuver round 2. Rest in peace, friends. These poor drones. What did they ever do to these science vessels? We're at 8. We're 17 workers at 26 minutes right now. It's bad. Although, whoa, did the science vessel count just get totally reset? They're 1. Dude, IdrA might have 1 science vessel right now, you guys, with another 2 in production, but still. Suddenly, I mean, I know that killed a lot of drones, but oh my gosh, another one down. Okay, so he's got 2 science vessels. Neither of them had energy for anything because they're new. Holy crap. The Firebat Marine setup, though, without any Defiler support, is going to do pretty well. Plague and the Dark Swarm! Okay, I said without Defiler support, and then a Defiler showed up right in the gosh darn nick of time. This base not happening. Zerglings shut that sucker down, but he holds on to the natural. Oh, dude, this, I'm telling you, if these were Adrenalings, everything would be dead already. Dude, IdrA does not have income right now. When this looks like this, he doesn't have the income at all. Okay, man, this game might just get an epic tag. I am... I am astounded by how this game has gone. Okay, we're back up to having income again. How nice is that? Excellent. Why would you try to expand here? I mean, why not just try to take this? It's so far away. IdrA knows to sit back and not bother a Zerg player is death. So he's moving out to bother a Zerg player. Just kidding, he's regrouping. I don't know what's up here. He might let this thing finish and then kill it, just so that they can't be canceled and there's no refund, right? Because TB is at 64 minerals. Like, the difference between getting a hatch canceled and killed is really big. Also, no Adrenal Glands. Holy smokes. Okay, the Dark... Oh, nice Science Vessel pick off there. Like, the Dark Swarm in the middle of the map is just not as good a spell because you just run away from it. Your enemy does. Dark Swarming on top of a base is so much better. Also, if you just had, like, 6 Hydras, I know we can't afford that right now, but just trying to kill this command center when it lifts off would be amazing. This one lurker burrows in, gets a couple spines off. Okay, alright, whittling down that Marine count just a bit. Alright, Zergling's got 4 kills, and I think they're all medics, which is kind of nuts. Doesn't usually happen. IdrA not really paying attention down there at all, and that base lives. So the Overlords don't have speed. TB is forgetting some really important aspects of playing Zerg today. Ultras are back at IdrA's 3rd. When in doubt, go to IdrA's 3rd and kill SCVs, they say. Oh, they got plagued. They had to pull back. They had to pull back. This Ultra's got 12 kills. Oh, oh. The SCVs are fighting. Don't do that. Where are you fighting, you guys? Dude, there's no way. TB, if he wins this... Oh my gosh. The Zergling reinforcements. No income. Again, just kidding. There's some income because some SCVs stayed in the battle zone to die. And now there is no income until this rolls in. I mean, really should be mining from these mineral badges. He's so desperate for money right now. However, coming back around, it is the formerly plagued army that has now been healed up because there's like one medic for every marine right now. Dude. Dark Swarm Ultra attack, stay. Yes, excellent. Stay here. Stay here. Let him mine all the gas he wants. That's fine. Yeah, this group is having a pretty wonderful time. Like oh, bad rally? Bad rally, I guess. But, yeah, man. +3 Marines with +3 Alma. Although, a little bit sandwiched here, but some of the sandwich is a ramp, which is not great for melee units to go up. So TB pulls back a little bit. See, and now the problem is that IdrA has to cover this ramp, or else these guys come up here and kill him. So he can't really sneak up this way at all. Marines taking out the southern base of TB for the second time today. He really needs to land this. Like, I understand he's worried about Ultras showing up out of Nowheresville, but... Dude. What? It's 46 to 44 supply. IdrA just lost a ton of his stuff, and he doesn't have any income right now. This is his army. His production tab is empty because he has nothing for mineral income. He's trying to send the SCVs up, but I don't know if he can protect them. Man, imagine if Ultras had splash damage here. That'd just be... all the SCVs would be dead. Oh, this is getting an epic tag, and I really feel like IdrA's going to rage here. This feels like one of those games where he feels like he outplayed his opponent, but he lost because of something that's Imba. It's 1 mining base to 0 mining base right now. I mean, 1 mining base is not great, but it's better than 0 mining base, that's for sure. So for all the science vessels we've made today, IdrA is down to 1. Uno science vessel, por favor. And nice pullback there, TB. Not suiciding the Scourge in there for nothing. Making sure that they connect on something when they suicide. TB replacing this base up at the 12 o'clock. Well, 11 o'clock, I guess it is. IdrA's back to having income again, y'all. And this Scourge Science Vessel dance is super important. Like, a Defiler here might just be game... Okay, a Defiler here is here. Might just be game endy. Pulling the boys. I don't know for what purpose exactly, but... pulling the boys. Science Vessel goes down. Yes! We got it! We got the IdrA rage! Cheating isn't very nice. And then TB with a good manner response, and that's it. IdrA taps out. Holy crap. This is a game where the winning player had 50 total supply. 50. This is getting an epic tag, and it was fantastic. That was a lot of fun. There were a lot of mistakes, obviously. Come on, this is not the super top level StarCraft of all time, but it was good enough, and it was fun, and I enjoyed it immensely. Dude, how does IdrA think this guy was cheating? What do we think? Like, did he think he had like a money hack, or I don't know. I can't think of what he was talking about there exactly. Yeah, but the Dark Swarm Plague combo, and then this is toast, and IdrA never got off of 3 bases in 30 minutes, which is a problem. He tried to get a 4th. He never really had it, though, did he? I don't think that was ever really his in particular. Ridiculous. Ridiculous and incredible. The Zerg player lost so many bases. He lost his natural. He lost this one twice. He lost this base. He got boxer maneuvered and completely wiped out at the 12 o'clock and the 11 o'clock. He lost so many drones today. He's at 24 drones at the end of the game. 24. Like, workers killed here is going to be insane. That's not really a number that we track, unfortunately, but it's got to be at least like 50, maybe more. It's a great question. All right, let's check out that final score, then we'll wrap this thing up. 195,000 points there from IdrA, 219,000 points from TB, and a 33-minute ZVT on Moonglaive. Ended up producing about twice as many units as the Terran player, which is a bit of a problem. When you're going this bio strategy, you almost need to make as many units as the Zerg player does. So this number's not great for the strategy he was going for. He did kill a bunch, though. I mean, 571 Zerg units down is a lot. Structures, not really important there. And then, yeah, mine made way more gas, more minerals, and more spent, like 20,000 more resources spent. IdrA was very cost efficient. To go to 33 minutes against an opponent who outspent him by double, not by double, by 20,000, sorry, is a lot. Like, by half again. It's a lot to be outspent by, and that's just really well played. IdrA had a great game. He just couldn't control the number of bases that TB was going for. And TB was on the brink for most of that game. I want to say he was just scratching and just clawing to get one more Dark Swarm, one more Plague Up, one more Ultralisk, a couple more Zerglings, and just barely hold on. Fantastic. Just a fantastic match. All right, well, that's going to be it for me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.